Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Virgo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, like peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. For your key to the week this week, you have the universe card. So in this deck it's the universe, but it's actually the world card. This tells me that in some way, shape or form, my dear Virgos, you are ready to ascend, right? You're ready to master something, or this might be a moment or actually an experience that shows up for you this week where you realize that you have ascended or transcended over something. This could be a personal hurdle. It could just as easily be a project that you're now ready to complete or finish. There's something here that is now coming to a culmination, but it's coming to a culmination in such a way that as you're looking back and going, wow, is that the journey that I have traveled? This is actually really exciting. And I think for a lot of you, it could really show you where it is that you are ready to go in a new direction, or certainly to step onto a new plateau of some kind. For your actions and options this week, you've got the Seven of Wands. This is very interesting to me. So yes, it can be a card of disputes and, you know, all of that stuff. But what it also says, because you've got the World card here, there is a moment coming for, there's a moment coming for you this week. Sorry, I have to laugh. That sounded so ominous, like really rough. What this suggests to me is there's going to be a moment this week where you take stock of something. This could be maybe somebody says something to you, maybe somebody does something, maybe somebody you know, presents you with something, and it's going to see you kind of having a moment where you're like, you know what, I could go in for this, but actually I'm just not interested anymore. This, I actually think, is a moment where you decide to step away from something and not get into it. That in itself is growth, right? That in itself is stepping forward. That in itself really shows where you have become a better and a different version of yourself. The fact that you've got the Seven of Wands, though, means that this week you could be fighting for something with yourself. So that's very interesting, because it's like, so rather than externalize something or go in or go off at somebody, you're internalizing this and saying, right, okay, what is it that I need to change here, and what is it that maybe I need to combat on that internal level? When it comes to your actions, it's just like, you know, one of those moments where you kind of look at something and you think, you know what, just knowing what I could say is enough for me to walk away. Very, very interesting. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Nine of Swords. With the World card above, right? So when it comes to communications this week, this I would, and I kind of feel like this is linked to this, right? Sometimes when certain, as an example, you've got a friend, you've fallen out with this person, you've got a mutual friend that do you know what I mean? And this friend is always like, oh, well, you know, and they're doing this now, and they're doing that now, and they're saying this now, and they're saying that now. At some point, you just have to go, you know what? Thank you, but for the sake of our connection or our friendship, I don't want to know anymore. I don't wish them harm or any ill. I just don't want to know anything that they're doing or not doing, who they're doing it with, you know, all of that stuff. This week, you might have to kind of say to somebody, you are causing me anxiety. You are causing me the problem. You are causing me the challenge. Now, that's not to put the onus on somebody else, but it is to kind of own your space and to say to somebody, you know, the way that you are or the things that you tell me create too much nervous tension for me. And so from now on, I'd rather you didn't. This could also, so for those of you that are employed by somebody else, This might see you feeling somewhat outside or a little bit ostracized this week. Don't worry, all the best people are. And so this is something that you might need to deal with, you know, in the here and now, but also in the longer term as well. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, this suggests that there's maybe some concerns this week about how something that you put out into the world can be viewed or misconstrued, how somebody's going to share something that you do. Ooh, excuse me. But maybe not necessarily with the best intentions. And this Nine of Swords, yes, it can be worry and anxiety, but sometimes it can also be a moment at which we realize something is coming to a close, a completion, or an end. And this isn't about your business coming to an end. It may be about something to do with your clientele, maybe the people that you reach. And, you know, I kind of get the feeling that this is a bit of a cull. So whatever you lose on the swing, as my nana used to say, God rest her, whatever you lose on the swing, whatever you lose on the roundabout, you gain on the swing, right? Or something thereabouts. And I always used to be like, what are you talking about, Nan? But it makes sense, right? So whatever is cut back or released this week when it comes to your business, do not fret, because you're getting it all back somewhere else. Now, when it comes to those of you that are retired for or no longer working for any reason, sorry, I got this yawn thing going on now. It usually happens when I get to Capricorn, but it's happening for you guys today. I would give yourself some time and space. I would also allow yourself to be, what's the word? Allow yourself to sit with how you actually feel with something versus trying to cover it up, right? And I kind of feel like, again, this is linked to this. This is all working together, and there's something about a community that you are a part of, or maybe have been a part of for a long time, that is now coming up for review. And it may just be because you yourself have evolved beyond what that community can offer you now, or beyond what is a healthy connection. It's just going to be a really interesting week. For your love and relations, you've got the Four of Wands. So for some of you, this could be a declaration of love, partnership, and or relationship. For some of you, this could see you literally going from boyfriend and girlfriend, or boyfriend and boyfriend, or girlfriend and girlfriend, or person and person. This could see you literally going from that status onto a new status. Engaged to be married, going from engaged to, you know, being married. Like there's something, or maybe for some of you, you know, becoming parents. I don't really see anything here that suggests babies, if I'm completely honest with you, but there is an evolution of a relationship. A relationship goes in a direction this week that makes you truly happy. It's actually going to really make you smile. It's not going to alleviate or get rid of some of the more challenging stuff that's happening for you, but it is certainly something for you to celebrate. So I really like that. For those of you that are single, even with everything that you've got going on, I think this could be a week where connecting with somebody will be great. Because the World card is here, I am inclined to say that it's likely to be that there is an age gap of some sort. And with these two cards in the positions that they're in, maybe for a select few of you, a relationship that you're in or a partnership that you are connected to is not favorably viewed by people that you care about. Friends, colleagues, peers, parents, you know, family members. And maybe this is the week where you're just having to say, you know what, I don't care if you like this person or not. I like them. I love them. It's me that's dating them. And if I have to keep you separate, then so be it. Taking that high road, right? Rather than getting into it with everybody and being like, you will like the person I'm with and all of that stuff. There's a moment this week where you're just like, no, you know what? I'm not getting into that because I don't have to. For your money and materials, you've got the Two of Pentacles. All right. So money looks good, but this is long money, right? The Two of Pentacles, when it comes to finances and resources, it's not quick. It's usually the changes or the implementations that you put in place now have long results, right? So this could be a good week for money in that regard, getting things together, creating budgets, creating plans. If there's something that you want to buy or something that you're going to need to finance, this is you getting the numbers, you know, doing all of that sort of Virgo work, if you like. So this could be good. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your knees and your skeleton. You know, in general, actually this week, like the structure of your body and the bones. And this week, you know, like this is really interesting to me because this card is Saturn ruled. And then you've got this card, which is very Capricornian. It's actually Jupiter in Capricorn. And then you've got this Nine of Swords here as well. And I'm almost inclined to say to you, and I touch wood, I hope I'm wrong on this point, because this card, the Seven of Wands, can also speak to the immune system. You know, when you feel like, you know, when you've got a cold and you can't even pull a fist, like you feel like you feel weak from inside your bones. This could be a week where you know, again, I touch wood, I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose anything, but this might be a week where you feel yourself coming down with something. And if that is the case, fortify yourself as quick as possible in, you know, in all the ways that you usually do. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this is actually quite nice. The Two of Pentacles suggests that you're bringing a lot more balance into the home. It does also suggest that you're making some hard and fast decisions about the way that things are going to be from here on in. And then finally, for your oh, come on, brain, for your eclipse message, and this eclipse is going to be relatively kind to you because it's offering a trine energy to your own sun, moon or ascendant, and your eclipse message is the gate 16 and enthusiasm, right? So this week, I think not only are you finding, you know, new strengths within yourself or making space within yourself for new things by not rising to certain stuff, this eclipse energy is actually bringing you that enthusiasm. It's going to really highlight to you now what you are actually ready to have more of and how you can... It's one of those, I think the eclipse is going to highlight to you where you can have what you want, but it doesn't have to be hard work. All right, so it's kind of like, you know, where is it that you're working hard just for the sake of working hard? And I think that the eclipse is really gonna shine a spotlight on that for you and make you go, okay, this can be fun, right? It doesn't have to be nose to the grindstone all of the time. It doesn't have to always be serious. Play, have fun around that eclipse, all right? Just obviously look after yourself, because like I said, I don't know why, but I feel like some of you are going to maybe take a little health dip this week, and it might be because the immune system is not functioning as well as it could be. And in that case, if you've got the gate 16 and enthusiasm, who is it that you know that gives you that belly laugh? I'm not talking about like the, you know, that's fun. I'm talking about your cheeks hurt, your belly hurts, like people that make you just roar with laughter. Whoever those people are in your life, seek them out this week, because they'll give you a much needed dose and a really good boost of internal healing. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.